Davidson's All Natural Gym. Welcome back for another video. The sawmill is the LT35 and it is dusty. So we had a pretty good rainstorm, pretty good storm. I can still feel some oil, some transmission fluid back here, but you can tell the rain's washed a lot off up there. I've got sand, sawdust probably all over my rails. It just blew. It actually blew from the north end of my shed, way over there, and blew in here and blew this way. I'll probably give it a once over before I even get started today, because so much rain has blown in here, and do a little bit extra today cleaning up before I get started. Normally, there's my routine for getting started. I clean the air filter, make sure there's not a whole bunch of dust in there, check the oil, and I run it. And I'm running for the day. Today I'll probably, because it's had so much rain and sawdust blown around in here, I'll probably run some transmission down the chain and the rails. So even with the sawmill shed, you know, over the top of this, and my sawmill shed is bigger than most, but I mean, that opening over there is 24 feet, and then I'm halfway through this opening here, so the rain blew all the way in from that end of the shed all the way to here and got all this sawdust all over me. Mill, sawdust and rain. That's how hard it was blowing, which kind of made me feel good when I came out and the sawmill shed was still standing. This is just your dish soap dispenser. You squeeze a little button and the dish soap comes out into the sponge. There's a scrub pad on the bottom of the sponge. I don't put dish soap in here, I put transmission fluid in here. The nightly routine is to run this up the rail, up and down the rail. See, there's just a lot of sawdust on there. Alright, so where were we? About halfway down this? I'm gonna lube this roller too. Not that you need to. Just cleaning off any... normally I don't do this. Normally this is all at night, and I don't ever lube this up in the morning when I get going. Then I run this transmission fluid back under the bottom rail too, and then I'll squeeze out some more, and I'll run it down the top of this chain. A lot of sawdust. I never have this sawdust problem. And then I'll run it along the bottom of this chain, and then I'm done, and you're ready to go. And that's normally a nightly cleanup, and I don't have to worry about this. I don't ever have to use this at night or during the day. I only have to use this at night. But it just, you can see my glove comes out wet when you press on there, and you got just a little bit of transmission fluid. Works nice. Let me get that other roller. You see that? See how sawdusty this other ruler is? Let me zoom in on it. Ooh, I can see the transmission fluid on that. So you see all that, just little bits of sawdust on there, and it's not worth cleaning off. I don't really have to worry about this. This is not a functioning part of this. All these bearings are sealed in here, so it's not like I need to do it. Just wiping it off, getting it ready for the morning, getting it ready for the... Oh, by the time I get started, it'll probably be afternoon.